Paddy was on that list at the top as well.
List or not, but on Brian's live last night, he admits that the police have been saying recently about 2 historic murders through Jamie Tinfoil. 2 historic murders, he admits, that they've been the same about. Now, we know one of them is Viv's. Whose is the other one? He says there's 2. He's been to question him about 2 historic murders through Jamie Boyle. He admitted this on his live last night. I was listening. 2 historic murders. One of them's Viv's. Whose is the other one? People? See where I'm coming from, yeah, people? Whose is that other murder that Jamie Boyle's telling the police is involved in? It's obviously the Winter Hill gang. Not be Brian personally, but his gang. Do you know what I mean? His associates, who he works with when these murders were happening. And he was working with them when all these murders were happening. But it could be that young kid who got through over the bounty. It could be Kicker's murder. Because they tell Lee Watson about Kicker's murder, didn't they? So there's a good chance of tell fucking Brian as well, you know. But I'm just speculating, yeah. I don't know. What I do know is one of them's Viv's. But he says last night on his live that the police have been to see him to question him about 2 historic murders.
He was definitely on that list.
Right. Taxman was supposed to pay Birkenhair $2,000 for doing tinfoils, car and windows, and he didn't pay. Yeah. Oh. He's chased Emma out the house while this is going on. That's the best thing to do, get the woman in. Because Emma, she can't have taken any of this. Where Brian can. Do you know what I mean? Be what off a duck's back to fucking Brian, really. Be what off a duck's back to me. You know, if you're sitting in a war zone and bombs were going off around you, you wouldn't be fucking perturbed at all. I wouldn't, you know. And Brian's the same. But Emma, when you've got people around you that shit themselves, like say Emma, you're better off getting them out the way and away from yonder in these situations. Threats to kill, he will get nicked. That's right, he will end up getting nicked because Tinfoil's already got the police involved, man. He has. So somebody wants to tell Brian. Is anybody telling Brian to fucking watch his fucking tongue?
He was definitely on that list.
I've been watching what's been going on with Operation Insight around me before we even let them know that we knew they were working on us. We were watching them and we established all of it exactly what they were investigating just by questions I was getting asked and that. And it was all the murders, obviously. That's what Operation Insight is. It's all the fucking murders. It's Lee Watson's evidence. And it's who's committed these murders, me or the Winter Hill gang. 26.
He was definitely on that list.
Where's me thing? Oh man. There it is. Calling me or the Winter Hill gang. They need to establish who the murderer is. Me or the Winter Hill gang. And we've noticed along the route that they're not only have they been investigating the murders, the people involved, the undercovers or not, we noticed that they were also investigating a Cockerell offence. And I've been mentioning this since I come on YouTube, that they have been plotting something with a Cockerell offence. And us lot have thought about it and thought, well, what the fuck are they doing that for? Because I'm innocent anyway of possibility to a test. And we just think, we've just thought that they're rallying around Brian to instigate him to press a button on me for that, with his lies.
He was definitely on that list.
With his fucking lies. Listen, I'm like that with every fucking one of them from the minute I fucking landed in there.
He was definitely on that list.
To press the button on it and to cause trouble and instigate things, yeah. The Freemasons, and the Freemason sons and that. Humphreys, Humbles, could be Craigs.
Paddy was on that list at the top as well.
With his fucking lies.
He was definitely on that list.
But yeah, I'll tell you what, my Brian, now that he's calling us a grass and he's got his info, fetch that paperwork that you're on about, that your friend stole at the police station, regarding me, and I'll fetch the Hindle paperwork and let's do it. Let's do a live with this paperwork between me and you. Cockerell, they got the horse for that. You fucking copper. Dirty fuck. And then gone on saying, I'm fetching witnesses on to back up my story, because the witnesses aren't happy about the different stories I've heard about that attack. When the only fucking person, I've still not even spoken about it to this fucking day.
He was definitely on that list.
But an attacksman's hairdresser. Did you fucking see the state of that cut?
He was definitely on that list.
In fact, Viv come to their pub one night with his gang looking for them in the West End. And they all disappeared. And how did they ring? You'll find out about this and all along route. John Sell phoned me doing at my pub. Said he's just fucking arrived, Paddy. They had to fucking nash up quick as I fucking could. But Viv didn't give a fuck about the Sayerrs. No, not one iota, because Lennon's got any horse. Lennon's got any horse to stand up and argue with any cunt who's hard. You know, where you get two hard men together, there's millions of hard men. And you get the two of them together, they'll start to fucking have a doot. But they haven't even got the horse to do that, man, if they come up against anyone who's hard at all. That's how we have always funded them and everybody else. They haven't got any strength about them that way. And when they've been doing these robberies and everything else they've been doing, they've had even the murders, they've had the fucking head of the robbery squad and the murder squad watching their back, getting them out of it every fucking time. Why do you think he's turning up, saving them each and every time?
Paddy was on that list at the top as well.
Putting somebody off, calling them a fucking a stool pigeon, and I shared it. And then that person got in touch with me and said, yeah, that paperwork's fucking snide, mate. You'd want to fucking check it out yourself, man, because you've been made a cunt of. You've been fooled and tricked, and so... He
was definitely on that list.
Can you imagine the trouble I get in if I can show him where a dead body is, buried, what I'm being accused of? With everything that's went on. I'll put the fucking noose around me neck there, nah?
Paddy was on that list at the top as well.
Especially if I'm read that body's buried there, where I'm going to show Decker. I've told Decker over things too that we'll do with this in phases. But that's phase 1. So Mr. Humphreys was. Phase 2 was, I'll show you where the body is. Phase 3 was, collect that bit of evidence what you've applied for and I'll solve the murder. Now we've got to get these jobs done and we've got to stick to agreements. I see. But I've just been told that he's agreeing to a live. I don't know what live he's agreeing to yet. He might, because I know what they're like, they'll try and raise other matters. Well, if they want to try and raise other matters, so will I. We need Miss Whitey Bulger there as well if other matters is getting raised with murders and things like that. How to tell him to do other than that paperwork you got John to share. If there's any other matter getting raised, because I want to discuss that paperwork and nothing else with him live. Just get that matter out the way, because I've got things to do with Decker after that. I'm doing a show with Decker. This is arranged. A show with Decker after we've done this paperwork one. Because then I'm going to show Decker where to dig for a dead body live on his podcast. And it's one of the dead bodies I'm accused of murdering. How about that? How do I know where the dead body is? Let's fucking tell you, because I've been getting fitted up with that fucking murder. And if I'm right where that body is, that proves I've been getting fitted up with that fucking murder. But not just that murder, all the other murders too. Like they're doing with the Viv Graham murder at the minute on that podcast show. They're trying to move the details of the murder onto my toes as if I've given them, because only the murderer could have knew them details. They've done something similar with the murder where I'm going to show you where the body is. But they've been caught.
Paddy was on that list at the top as well.
Let me just tell you a bit about the devil.
I've told you other things too that will do with this in phases, but that's phase 1. So Mr. Humphrey's route was. Phase 2 was, I'll show you where the body is.
That's the sort of thing that makes
Phase 3 was, collect that bit of evidence what you've applied for and I'll solve the murder. Now we've got to get these jobs done and we've got to stick to agreements.
Paddy was on that list at the top as well.
See? I'll show you where the body is.
Paddy was on that list at the top as well. Paddy was on that list at the top as well.
As for the threats to the trolling campaign and the sending me way, let them crack on. I'm yet to see the busy in charge of this case regarding Angel Eyes. I've not spoken to them face to face yet, I've just spoken over the phone, but obviously it's still to be dealt with, that side of things. So obviously when I'm speaking to him about Angel Eyes, I'll be speaking to him about Humbles. I will, for putting the videos out and the shit he's presently starting. And it's big jail. So all I'm saying is, before you start putting any shit out with me, you daft cunt, get your evidence. Otherwise, you're facing big jail. Don't let Humbles walk you all into prison. Because like I say, when I speak to the cops about old Angel Eyes, I'll be speaking to them about Humbles and them videos what he put on the internet. And I will do, won't I? Because even Brian Cockerells telling you that tonight in his video, hey, if you're getting called a nonce, you're better off getting called a grass than a nonce. You got your right to call the police in to sort it out. That's all I'll do, call them in to sort it out. But this time, there could be big jail for everybody, especially all at Spenfield. But I already think Humbles is getting big jail over that will carry on. But time will tell.
Paddy was on that list at the top as well.
He was gleaning when I was locked up last week, I'll tell you, payback time. I wouldn't normally if I was just a normal person on the street. But you see him being a mason and that and whatnot, and what he's done to everybody else on the internet. Him, the Freemason, who's got all the busy friends and the lodge and whatnot, dragging everybody's background open. He's been doing this for years, apparently. He's a professional troll. He's trolled women. He has. He's trolled every cunt. But he's a professional troll. And he was fucking clean when I was locked up last week for his friends, because he's in their camp. So I'm just pointing out what he's done, yeah. Because I think he's in trouble, him and fucking Donna. Because he's always saying she's the brains behind all this, isn't he? Eh? Can you see Donna lying and ball in the women's wing? People. And John Humble on the main wing. Can you picture it? For breaking into the Home Office computer by fraudulently somehow, just to teach him a lesson. I can see it.
Paddy was on that list at the top as well. He was definitely on that list.